So super sensible from Rogers there. I'm going to say something that I have a fear is going to be extremely unpopular. But the NFL is doing the exact right thing with these calls. 2 weeks ago, the National Football League had a moment that everyone in the world saw on a Thursday night where one of their highest profile players, Tua Tagovailoa, was lying in a fetal position, and we all saw how incredibly frightening that was. And the following morning, got up, spent 2 hours talking about it. It was the highest rated Friday we've had the entire season, and Robin Roberts is talking about it on Good Morning America. This Monday, after the Brady play, we spent 5 minutes talking about what we thought was a bad call, and Robin Roberts was talking about the midterm elections. That's what the NFL wants. Right. They're much better off with a call we deem bad than having moments like the one with Tua. And if it means they have to err on the side of caution, and every now and again it leads to a flag we don't like, that is actually the right thing to do.
I hate to disagree with you, but I think you're right. Every decision that you make comes with trade-offs. You're going to give up something in order to get something. Yep. There is no perfect equation. I hate this call. I don't want this to happen. I don't gamble on games, but if I did, I'd be a lot more upset about calls like this. However, I'd much rather have this once or twice a season, or maybe even once or twice a week, than to have to look at what happened to Tua ever again. And I understand that it's not going to eliminate those type of ugly hits from the game, but I think that if you have this in the players' minds, there are times where you can pull off a little bit. And there are going to be times where guys try to sack guys and they don't sack him because they're being like lenient on him. But I'd rather have that happen than watch another helmet bounce off the turf.
Well, let me ask the guy whose career's livelihood was based on sacking the quarterback. What do you think?
Yeah, they might be doing the right thing, but they're going about it the wrong way. What we're seeing is the new concussion policy influencing officiating in real time without a rules change. And Jeff, you know this, a decade ago, they changed the quarterback strike zone in the wake of what happened with the Tom Brady knee injury. And the NFL defenders, we didn't like it, but we understood it. They also gave us enough runway to adjust to it. Yeah. You're doing something in real time right now, and everybody's making a point the last couple of days, well, roughing the passer is down 45%. Okay, there are 24 roughing the passer calls through week 5. 14 of them came in week 4 and week 5.
That's right.
So there's clearly a change, and of course we all know it goes back to the Tua hit against the Bengals. But the reality is, guys, had the NFL enforced and implemented its own concussion policy in week 3 against the Bills, we might not be in this position right now. I don't know, as a defensive lineman, how you can tackle a quarterback safer than what we saw from Grady Jarrett on Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know how you do it.
I think it's very easy for us to sit in this room and put this in context of player safety when our jobs aren't dependent on it, right? Like, coaches don't get fired in context. Sure. Players don't not get contracts in context. Well, you could have had a sack, but you let go of them, so you're not going to get a sack, right? Like, Chris made his money on sacks, right? The more sacks you get, the more money you make. Yes, sir. So, and here's the thing. The first play that cost Tua was not a penalty. Right. So he gets pushed down, he gets hit on the thing. The second one that we could lend towards Miami not handling it the correct way ends up getting slung. By the way, Mahomes is slung in the same fashion last night or 2 nights ago, and there is no call. So it's a frustrating thing for me because it may be for the betterment of the league and protecting the shield, but it's going to cost guys their jobs because we don't give them the correct context of what Canty's saying. Listen, and you can make adjustments, but they need to be clear and concise, and they need to be implemented at the right point of the season.
Yeah, the troubling thing to me is that you want to protect the shield, which I get, but you're not protecting all quarterbacks. Like, to Jeff's point about Mahomes, like, it feels like certain quarterbacks have been protected for a long time and others haven't. Here's the reality. Changes are not imminent. Like, the league, the competition committee, like, all this stuff was done in the offseason in hopes of reducing what sort of the confusion we're seeing now, and instead it's led to more confusion. But the NFL feels good about what they're doing. I don't know, NFL defenders, I don't know what you guys can do. I don't. At this point, I don't know how you guys can properly and effectively and competitively do your job the way the rules are and the way they're officiating these games.
And listen, I was on this rules committee, so the intent of the rule for what Chris Jones did is picking a guy up and driving him into the turf. It's not because he's swiping a ball and inadvertently falls on time. And I get they're all going to get kind of grade, but that type of stuff can be reviewed in a matter of seconds.
I'm a player too, defensive player. Obviously, I understand. And I agree with all of that. But I guess it goes back to the original question I'm asking is if you have to have trade-offs, guys missing out on sacks is a terrible thing. Games being decided about this, also terrible. What's worse? Watching a quarterback hit his head on the ground. So I think you have to take.
I agree with that.
I have to leave it here for the moment. I promise I'm going to carve out more time in our second hour. It's obvious we have a lot more to say about it. And thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.